In the last episode of our exploration of the true history of Hindustan, we have seen the death of about 30 millions of the citizens of Hindustan, which was the richest country in the world until 1600. During the Madras Chalisa famine, the Dojibara famine, and the Agra famine. These three famines intentionally induced by the British. In today's episode, let us have a look on other three famines similarly induced or imposed intentionally by the British during their rule. And these were the Upper Doab, Orissa, and Rajputana famines. As in the previous episodes, I have arranged the photographs of some of the most terrible scenes of these famines and side by side some of the exaggerated luxury enjoyed by the British at the same time with the wealth deprived from or looted from those people who were destined to die slowly during those terrible famines. See this photograph, and this is one of the hundreds of terrible scenes during the Upper Doab famine of 1860-61, and the death toll was about 2 million. And compare this scene to this one. Just think about their sufferance as a consequence of what all was practiced by those people who came to Hindustan pretending as merchants or traders, and the activities they have made in Hindustan, and at the same time pretended as people of the most cultured and civilized world. And this is another scene of the Upper Doab famine of 1860. Compare this situation with this one. And here is a terrible scene of the Orissa famine of 1865, during which the death toll was between 1 to 1.5 million. And at the same time, the exaggerated enjoyment of luxury with the wealth deprived from these citizens of Hindustan, which was the richest country in the world until 1600. Here is another scene. Just observe these destroyed people and compare this situation with this one. This is one of the terrible scenes of the Rajputana famine of 1868-70, during which also the death toll was about 1.5 million. Compare this situation, this photograph, with this one. Did you really know about these terrible experiences our ancestors had to suffer? Our ancestors who were the citizens of the richest country in the world until 1600. Did you know? And just think, what would have been our attitude towards the motherland if these facts were taught while we were in the schools? Just think. If Mr. Malaya, the owner of the Kingfisher Airlines, if Pinarayi Vijayan, the present Chief Minister of the state of Kerala, if Mr. Chidambaram, who was the Finance Minister of the central government, and if the so-called Bishop Yohanan, who is now in the United States, Bishop Alan Cherry, and many people like them, I have just cited some examples, if they knew the true history of our great nation, their proper motherland, would they have stolen the wealth of Hindustan, the wealth of the people, and privatized them? Would they have taken away the money paid by the taxpayers and deposited in the Swiss banks or invested in foreign countries? Would they have? And they, having even reached the very high positions, had the tendency to steal from the motherland and export the money and wealth to other countries or privatize them. The root cause for this tendency, which is still prevailing in our great nation, is the ignorance about the past history of our nation. First of all, they don't know even that they are and their ancestors were citizens of the most civilized country of high culture and the richest country in the world until 1600. And also because they don't know that Hindustan was the richest country ever existed in the world, not only economically, but technically, scientifically, culturally, and educationally, while the British were still wandering naked in the woods behind the wild pigs. And this is not my affirmation. We have seen those affirmations by international thinkers and historians. We have seen their affirmation in the past episodes. So just think about it. And if you feel that these are information to be remembered by the citizens of Hindustan, please share this information with your friends and relatives of the new generation. You know, my dear friends, instead of exposing these hidden pages of the true history of Hindustan, if I had posted another video, how to make tandoori chicken in American style, within a day, at least 1 million people would have seen that video and would have shared to everybody whom they know. But these videos are not yet welcome by our public. My intention is not to receive hundreds of likes, share, etc. My intention is only to record or expose these hidden pages of the history of my motherland and keep it in the media before I die. So even if I pass away tomorrow, these hidden pages which I have exposed will remain in the cloud, in the media, so that it can be or it may be visualized by someone in the future. And that is my expectation and nothing else. So as I have mentioned, if you can and if you think it is useful, share these videos with your friends and relatives. So thank you very much for your kind attention to my words. See you in the next episode. Jai Hind.